What is up, baseball fans? Welcome to another episode of This Week in Perfect Team. I am, of course, your host, Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball. This is episode number 50, the big 5-0. And oh boy, do we have an action-packed episode of This Week in Perfect Team. We are going to do a deep dive into our brand new tournaments feature, which went full send live today. We're going to deep dive into that. I'm going to answer as many of your guys' questions as humanly possible. We have a brand new set of content, community requests number 7. We have a great announcement that is going to tie in to tonight's content. You're not going to want to miss that one. We're going to give away a prize of 50,000 perfect points to a lucky viewer in the chat tonight. Make sure you stick around for that. What else? We have, quick math. 1, 2, I believe we're going to get a look at four different perfect cards at various points. We're going to show off 4 different perfect cards on tonight's stream. So, lots to do, lots of action. But first, listen, I can turn my hat around backwards, okay? It's not feeling testing. 1, 2, 3. McDavid's just making sure he can type so that, he'll be able to enter the giveaway later on, much later. First, guys, I want to thank everybody for participating in the tournament's beta. We had hundreds and hundreds of messages and suggestions and feedback and on the Twitter and the Discord and forums and Facebook, and so many good ideas, some of which we were able to implement, some of which we have filed away for a future update. Again, don't think just because we didn't, use an idea this time around that we don't have, the option to use it later, or that we haven't discussed it. We still have a lot of things that we really want to do, but we'll want to thank everybody out there in the community who gave the tournament's beta a shot and really helped us refine the mode that we have into what was released today. So as we jump in, guys, if you have not given it a shot, you will see at the bottom of the screen version 20.8 build 72. It is now a required version for accessing Perfect Team. 20.8 build 72. I have not yet heard if it's available on the Apple Store or on Origin. No one's been yelling in my general direction about it, so I'm going to assume for now they might be there. But it is available on the web store. It is available on Steam. If you're on Twitter or the Discord, I will have posted the links over there earlier today. And when you log in now, you're going to see this handy-dandy little tournaments thing down here in the corner. When you hit on Show All Tournaments, this is your tournament hub, as I am calling it for now. This is the available tournaments tab. You have 8 different filter options on here. And you can also switch the auto refresh rate as well. I had been turning mine just off, and then I had just been kind of watching them as they go. But I have a cat trying to sabotage everything over in the corner. Have to be careful about that. Possible sabotage cat. So the different filters you have are types. Types are the frequency of tournament. So quick tournaments are pretty straightforward. A quick tournament will have a Q in the name when a quick tournament of a particular type fills, another one of that exact same type will open and become available. So, for example, this first one right here, excuse me, this 16-25 non-live best of 7, when it fills, it's 9 teams short right now. When it fills, another one of the exact same will open up for everyone to join. These run 24/7. The only exception to that is going to be we're going to be shutting off tournaments on Sunday night around when the leagues end, and they will restart on Monday once the new league files have been put in. We cannot run tournaments when the league files are updating, so we have to watch out for that. The next type of tournaments is daily tournaments. Pretty straightforward. These will be every day at a particular set time. If the tournament does not fill in the particular set time, it will be bounced 24 hours. And it will bounce 24 hours. Hopefully you get enough people in there for the next day. Weekly tournaments, again, pretty straightforward. Weekly stuff. Monthly tournaments, pretty straightforward. Monthly. And then you have the fixed time tournaments. I don't think we have any of these yet, right? No, we're not really using that one right now. And we look at some of the weeklies. Now, the daily and the weeklies is where you're going to find your bigger rewards. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Modes, we'll get to modes. Yeah, we'll talk about modes right now. So there are a bunch of different modes here. Do or die is pretty straightforward. It's one game. You win, you move on, you lose, you're done. Do or die finals best of 3. Pretty straightforward. You win, you move on, you lose, you go home. Finals best of 3. Best of 3. Pretty straightforward. Best of 3 finals, best of 5, best of 5, best of 5 finals, best of 7, best of 7. Round robin is groups of 4, where you will play each of the other teams, and then teams will move on. I believe 2 teams from the round robin moves on, and then it is do or die after that. Round robin finals, best of 3. There's a double round robin, which is pretty straightforward. It's round robin, but you play everybody twice. Double round robin finals, best of 3. Double elimination and double elimination finals was something we got a huge amount of feedback on. It was very clear people didn't really like them, mostly because of the fact that they were modified double elimination, meaning that the double elimination rule only applied to the first 2 rounds, and then from the 3rd round and beyond, it was just do or die. So I believe we have eliminated the majority of round robin tournaments. I think we've removed the majority of those. Not round robin, double elimination. Roster restrictions, again, pretty straightforward. Open tournament means you can use any card you have. Iron only, obviously iron only. Bronze or lower, silver or lower, gold or lower, diamond or lower. Total cap value, I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain the cap thing in a bit of detail because we have a lot of questions with the cap thing as well. You can sort by minimum teams, which is 8, maximum teams, which is 256. You can look at all tournaments, only tournaments accepting teams, only in progress, only finished, creation time, all kinds of filtering options over there. Here's your card restrictions: live, historical, non-live. Just so you guys know the difference. What are the... Oh, man, I always get this one backward. Historical cards do not include Future Legend, All-Star, Special Editions, things like that. Whereas non-live only eliminates the live series cards. Okay? Salary cap tournaments. Yeah, player of the month, things of that ilk. Salary cap tournaments are something I've gotten at least 347 questions on since they've come out. So, a salary cap tournament will have a number associated. This particular tournament that I have highlighted has 1,625 points of roster available. Now, I'm going to sign up for it. I think I have a roster for this. Okay? So once you sign up for a tournament, you can see it's that easy. You hit the sign up button. Now, as long as you are not the last team, You can set up your roster in advance. I go to my tournaments. I have the option to set my rosters in advance because there are still some teams outstanding. If I hit set rosters, it is going to load into what is called a dummy league. Basically, this is a league that we create in the interim where you can submit your rosters, get your lineup and everything set, and then that way when the league fills and the file is created, your roster will be imported or should be imported as it is. I don't have a default type of roster for this tournament. Okay, so the first thing you will notice right under my face, the cap is 1,000 out of 1,625. This has created a lot of confusion, and I hope I can clear it up. Every single one of your 25-man roster spots accounts for, at a minimum, 40 points. Which means if you submit a 23-man roster to a salary cap tournament, you are still getting dinged 80 salary cap points for the blank 2 spots. So you might as well throw some 40s in there. Every single one of the 25-man roster spots accounts for a minimum of 40 points. If you don't put 2 guys in, you get 2 of what we call gym unknowns, which, by the way, the gym unknowns have been nerfed even further than they were already nerfed. So if you were finding success with gym unknowns last week, you probably won't be so lucky this week. Just saying. So in this case, where this is a cap tournament, I believe if I just hit activate all eligible cards, it's going to give me an absolutely insane roster, which is wonderful. I asked my AI to set up the team, and he's going to move, the AI is going to move it to whatever the heck I just got here. And then I'm going to throw 2 guys on there because, why not, right? And then I'm over the cap, which is unbelievable. How did that even happen? Because who knows? And then we're going to go down. We're going to go find a 40 somewhere, a couple 40s. And we're going to activate sugarcane. Okay. Anyway, you guys get the idea. So you can see as you operate things live, you can see my cap right now. If I take one guy out. So, for example, if I take out Bill Henry, who's a 68, I will gain 28 points of cap because I have, put a... I still have that 40. So if I take 2 guys off and I have 23 players, 16-11 cap, the 2 players I don't have each count as 40. I know that was a bit confusing at first, and people were wondering, well, why is my team starting with 1,000 points? Blah, blah, blah. That is why. So what will happen is when that tournament fills up, it will create a league file. If I'm still in the tournament's applet, I will get a notification, and then the tournament will sim every 10 minutes. Now, one thing that has come up is when a tournament fills, how long the file takes is based on the size of the tournament. So an 8-team tournament, the file is available relatively quickly. A 128-team tournament, it takes the server 21 minutes minimum to create that file. So there is, when a 128-team tournament fills, it's not instantaneous file creation. It takes a little while before you're going to get the file and you're going to get the tournament underway. So you see here on the screen, you have all kinds of different restrictions. There are tournaments for literally every shape and size and thing that you could possibly imagine. There are pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of them. We have made some tweaks to the tournaments that are offered. We will be continuing to make tweaks to the tournament offerings that we have in the future as well. We are still monitoring every single day. We are monitoring enrollment rates and what tournaments people are playing and what tournaments people aren't playing. And, going to be tweaking. You're a rhombus? I mean, absolutely. 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 So we're definitely going to be, trying trying to keep the variety around. It's really hard, and this is something that we discussed a lot because we were trying to finalize the tournament list on Friday or Saturday, and one thing we said as a team is it's really hard to look at 5 days of data and try to make a determination of the future of tournaments. So we're gonna keep looking at the enrollment rates and making adjustments as we go. I wouldn't say we're going to make adjustments on a weekly basis. I think we might let what we have sit here for a month perhaps and see, okay, after a month, okay, who's not playing what, who's really playing these. If we got a bazillion quick tournaments of this, maybe we add a different variety, just slightly different. Maybe we add a daily for it or a weekly for it. Remember, guys, we do have a lot of fun with some of the different tournament varieties. Obviously, the This Week in Perfect Team tournament is going on right now. Tonight's prize is a 90 David Justice. Second place is a Hal Woodchick. So very, very nice prizes. I'm not in it tonight. You guys, I'll get in it before I get a chance. For those of you that don't know, I have a quote-unquote real job, so I don't have OOTP access at work, so you guys blew that thing out of the water. But next week's tournament is already there. Next week's reward is 93 Hippo Vaughn, and I'm going to be the first one in. 93 Hippo Vaughn is going to be next week's reward. Remember, this tournament kicks off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right before we start This Week in Perfect Team. And like I said, I'm going to try to get in it every single week so that we can show off the tournament while we're on the stream. It'd be great if there was a card database. I'm working on it. I'm working on. That I promise you. I'm working on it. Trust me. You gotta believe me. For some reason, my weekly Thursday tournament got shuffled into the monthly, but I'm gonna have a Thursday tournament as well. This week's reward is a All-Star Alex Bregman. I'm trying to get that fixed. It's supposed to be no, not a card database, but I might try to put together an Excel or something. I might try to put together a data. I'm working on it. Okay. So anyway, this is essentially tournaments. You'll get file updates every 10 minutes. The sims have been reduced, something that I think has been universally accepted across the board. Guys, two things I really want to stress. One, please continue to provide your feedback on tournaments as we move later into the Perfect Team 20 life cycle and as we move towards Perfect Team 21. We really, 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 really need as much feedback as humanly possible to ensure that for right now, for a month from now, 6 months from now, and that we're continuing to improve tournaments. We do have a lot of really cool ideas that we're going to be implementing either later in the cycle or also for Perfect Team 21. So we do have a lot of fun things that we really want to implement and stuff. So make sure, that's the first thing. Make sure that you guys keep getting the feedback, whether it's on the forums, whether it's in the Discord, whether it's to me directly. Don't ever be afraid to send me a DM and on Discord or on Twitter or whatever and be like, hey, I have an idea, or hey, this pisses me off. I'm not always the quickest to respond, but trust me, I am seeing it. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting over a bit of a thing. The other thing is, I don't remember what the other thing was. Oh, the other thing is make sure that you're really checking out everything. I've gotten a lot of questions that people just miss this or just miss that. Make sure, don't be afraid to post a question in the Discord and let people, or on the forums or whatever. And a lot of people a lot of people will jump in and answer it long before I have a chance to do it. Would love to see a historical only reward pack. I don't even know what that is. There's no such thing as a historical pack, unfortunately. No such thing as a historical pack at all. All right, so now to end off my tournaments segment, I had promised I would take a look at some of the exclusive tournaments rewards. So just so you guys understand how tournament rewards work, because there's been a lot of chatter about this as well. When a tournament is assigned a particular reward level, so for example, a 100 is the reward. The reward for that tournament will always be a 100 special edition card selected at random. So if it's 95 to 99, you're always going to get a 95 to 99 diamond at random from a pool of cards. Now, the pool of cards does have the special editions that had been previously released as part of collections, but we also have some brand new special editions that have never been seen before. Now, a couple of these you guys will already have seen, but this might be introduction to some. So let's take a look at some of the exclusive rewards that you can only win in tournaments, starting with Ted Simmons, who was a reward given out yesterday, I believe. Catcher from the St. Louis Cardinals, 90 contact, 95 gap power, 87 power overall, 58 83 avoid Ks. Kind of a mixed bag in terms of splits, little better gap power, or way better gap power against righties, way better power against lefties, way better avoid Ks against righty. Pretty interesting card. Again, exclusively available as a tournament reward. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, is it a one-time thing? Is it a no? Like, we're never going to see Simmons again after yesterday. Again, every time a tournament with a 100 reward is generated, it is a random chance that he will get pulled. I believe there is already another Ted Simmons tournament out there after the one that ended. I believe there's already another one out there. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I saw somebody loaded it up for 2 million points. Let's take a look at another one. This now, unfortunately, Lou Whitaker was a reward that got wiped out with the switch to live. So I thought, here you go. I will show everybody the Lou Whitaker ratings. 84 contact, 80 gap power, 84 power overall, 75 I, 57 avoid Ks. Some pretty solid defense at second base as well. Some pretty average speed also. Obviously, a little bit right-hand pitching dominant. But yeah, there was a chance for people to get Lou Whitaker yesterday. Unfortunately, that tournament got wiped out when we switched over to the full release. We were hoping that wasn't going to happen, but unfortunately, there was nothing that we could do. But you will see Lou Whitaker into some tournaments as well. Now, I believe, don't shoot poor Snaggle, but I am pretty sure that these next three have never been seen before. Maybe the first one, but I know the last two have never been seen. And the last two are going to absolutely blow your freaking minds. First up, we have Kid Nichols of the St. Louis Cardinals. 62 stuff, 77 movement, 80 control, fastball, curveball, changeup combination with 100 stamina. He was unfortunately cut from the St. Louis Cardinals team history collection, but he gets to make it as an exclusive tournament reward. You'll be able to get him in the low tier diamonds tournament. So that is any tournament with a 90 to a 94 reward. Next up, Peak Andrew Jones. Obviously, the highlight of this card is the 114 defense in center field. He also has 82 power, 63 contact, 89 power versus lefty as well. You will find Andrew Jones in any of the high-tier diamonds tournaments. So that is any tournament that pays out a diamond from 95 to 99. You have a chance of pulling this Andrew Jones or having this Andrew Jones be in the tournament. But is he a Hall of Famer? Yes, Andrew Jones is a Hall of Famer. What a ridiculous question. Can't believe we're having this debate. Guy's a Hall of Famer. He just gets hosed because of the era that he played in. If Andrew Jones played in the 70s and 80s, he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he also wouldn't have hit as many home runs as he hit. So, And last but not least, strap in real tight, folks. Because in my opinion, this is the cream of the crop, pièce de résistance reward exclusive to tournaments right now. Exclusive to tournaments right now. I feel like this is probably the best card, and that is Peak Albert Pujols. Peak Albert Pujols, the machine is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Not the button I wanted to hit. Let's hit this one instead. The machine is in the building. 98 contact, 78 gap power, 99 power overall, 65 I, 73 avoid Ks. Absolutely gonna just kill lefties for days, months, weeks, years. Can play a little corner outfield in there as well. Maybe a little bit of third base. We'll see. Probably not much third base. He's even got 34 speed. Obviously, we pulled the speed from a little earlier in his career. So, guys, that is a sample of some of the exclusive tournament rewards you will be able to win by competing in Perfect Team tournaments. Again, anytime a new tournament is generated that meets the reward criteria, you got a chance. Every time a perfect tournament is generated, you have a chance of getting your hands on Albert Pujols. So there you go. All right, guys, now the fun has not stopped. No. The fun is just beginning. Just beginning. The fun is just beginning. We have a brand new set of community requested content available. Again, these cards are available in-game right now. And you know what? Honestly, chat, I want to skip the first 5 and go to the last one. I really, really am struggling right now with not skipping the first 5 and going to the last one. Okay? But we're going to go through all 6. As always, these cards are available in-game right now. If you bought packs previously, you haven't opened them yet, that's fine, because the cards are only pulled to the pack when you hit that open button. Let's jump in and take a look real quick, starting off with Unsung Heroes Fleetwood Walker, a guy I will 100% admit I did not know anything about. But I saw him a whole bunch of times on the community request sheet, and I did some research. He was one of the first African-American players to play for a major league affiliated baseball club. So back in the 1880s, you had the American Association and you had the other league whose name escapes me. Fleet played one season, half a season, with the Toledo Blue Stockings in the American Association, making him what a lot of people believe is the second African-American player to play major league affiliated baseball. He only played the one season, and then after that, obviously, the color barrier really, really took over until Jackie Robinson broke it in 1947. Excuse me. I almost just died. I literally almost just died, chat. Sorry. But, again, I love this guy's story. We got to fix the card because we don't have color. There was no darker skin card for pre-1940s players. So we got to fix it. I thought of that. I got the card like an hour before the show. I was like, right, because we probably didn't do multicolored bodies for people pre-1940. But we're gonna have to change that now with Fleet Walker, who is now in the game. Fleetwood Walker, 1884 catcher, unsung hero in the game. Now, chat, one of the biggest travesties in the history of baseball. We are missing one of the greatest pitchers of our generation. I have taken some liberties to personally curate tonight's set to correct the error of one of the greatest pitchers in the history of mankind, not currently in the game. Oh, that's next. First up, we have Alcides Escobar. Alcides, if you watch the show on youtube.com/OOTP Developments archive style, or Alcides, if you're live, if Alcides Escobar is in the chat, Alcides, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snub your all-star card from 2015 with some pretty great shortstop defense. My apologies, Alcides. Great defense on this card, chat. 85 defense at shortstop, 85 range, 90... Sorry, I'm dying, chat. 90 air, 82 arm, 82 turn double play. Pretty solid little card. Not going to strike out a whole lot. Obviously, doesn't hit a ton. Good if you need some solid infield defense in bronze tournaments, or if you have a salary cap tournament, trying to keep your cap down, you want to toss a 60 shortstop out there with some pretty good defense. Shortstop defense, pretty important, can save you a few runs here and there. Alcides Escobar is your man. 2015 historical all-star Alcides Escobar is in the game now. To correct the greatest wrong in the history of Perfect Team, I give you the greatest pitcher of our generation, Jarrod Washburn. 2002 unsung hero, Jarrod Washburn. What an unbelievable season he had. 18-6 with a 3.15 ERA. 206 innings pitched, 139 strikeouts, a 1.175 walks, hits per innings pitched, 59 stuff, 54 movement, 64 control, fastball, cutter, curveball, slider, changeup combination, 88 stamina from the big lefty. Man, oh man, Jarrod Washburn was a hoo-wee. He could get the bunt down. He could get the bunt down like nobody else ever. What an unbelievable bunter. You needed him to come into a game where you had the DH in the game already. You're pulling the DH out. You're putting Washburn in so you can get the bunt down. 2002 Jarrod Washburn in the game. 1993 Mark Portugal. 1993 silver Mark Portugal. 18-4. 2.77 ERA, 208 innings pitched, 131 Ks, 1.303 whip. Really the only above average season Mark Portugal had in his career. It was a really good season, especially in 1993 where offense was starting to crawl in an upward trajectory all across baseball. Again, solid movement on the card. 73 movement is nice. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup combination. Going to be an interesting little card. See if people deploy it in silver tournaments. I'm going to be interested to see what people do with this card. 1993 Mark Portugal is in the game. Now, here's what I really hope. I really hope that Fabtron didn't leave after I totally trolled him with the Jarrod Washburn. Because if he did, he's going to miss peak Juan Gonzales. Peak Juan Gonzales. Lots of requests on the old community request form for peak Juan Gonzales. Juan Gon. Over his career, 434 home runs, 1,404 RBIs, almost 2,000 hits, a 132 OPS plus, 70 contact, 76 gap power, 82 power overall, with a little bit left hand heavy in the power department and the contact. little more gap power against righties. Obviously, some inflated stats. Obviously, he played in an era where everybody and his dog was hitting massive amounts of home runs. Some interesting defense in the corner outfield as well. You might be taking a risk putting him out there, but there is no denying he does have the ability to hit a jack at any particular time with 82 power, especially if you deploy him against lefties. Has the Snaggle Committee considered my protest of this week capture was clearly against me? I mean, I put $50 on you winning. So, I mean, yeah, obviously, protest. Protest upheld. I don't even need to hear the rest of it. Your protest is immediately upheld. Rich wins. Why are people tagging me in things? What does DishNet need? Ooh. Was that the one that I just signed up for, DishNet? That I literally, just submitted the roster? Anyway, sorry, on topic, chat. Juan Gonzales, peak Juan Gonzales, Juan Gon himself, the masher, the beautiful hair, the beautiful, beautiful hair. Rather would have seen him a 79. I love that that's going to be a thing now in the game. Okay, chat, listen. This is the part where we get a little serious, okay? This is the part where we bring it down a little bit. This is where we get serious. I am about to show you guys the best starting pitcher in Perfect Team. Once I show this card, y'all are going to go rip a bazillion packs, especially the person who wins the $50K I'm going to give away in a little bit. This is the hands down, bar none, absolute best starting pitcher in Perfect Team. And I don't even want to tell you the second part. Let's get through the first part first. Okay? Let's get through the first part first. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you 2015 Hall of Fame inductee and absolutely deserving of the card he is about to receive. Peak Pedro freaking Martinez. 128 stuff, 90 movement, 91 control. Fastball, cutter, curveball, slider, circle change combination, 100 stamina. I should just stop the stream right now, but I have, guys, listen, okay. Let's do two things right now. Let's do two things before we get out of here. Two things that I really want to do. Two things. And not sure he's better. The Washburn better. Washburn better for sure. Okay. Two things I really want to do. Number one, if you want to win 50,000 perfect points, exclamation point ticket in the chat. Once only, I am giving away one prize of 50,000 perfect points apiece, authorized by Marcus himself to commemorate our 50th anniversary of This Week in Perfect Team, our 50th episode, 50th anniversary. Make sure you type it right. General Peanut, I see you typed it wrong. You typed it ticky, not ticket. Make sure you type it ticket. Guys, remember, the bot doesn't always respond back. I do see we have 67, 68, 69, 70 people entered. So all those people who are typing it, you are getting entered in the draw. It's just the bot doesn't return after the first few to avoid spamming the chat with the same message over and over and over. General Peanut, you can enter again, though. You got it. You got it that time. Now, let's take a look. Okay, guys, here is the brand new content set. Fleet Walker, Alcides Escobar, Jarrod Washburn, Mark Portugal, Juan Gonzales, and Pedro Martinez. Guys, I haven't told you guys the best part yet. This is the part I've been wanting to tell people for the last 2 days, and I can't even. I've been wanting to tell somebody, anybody who doesn't work for OOTP, that this was going to happen. I haven't told you guys the best part yet. Tomorrow morning, there will be a tournament added. It will be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time sharp. It will be a 128-team tournament, the first 128 teams that get in. It's going to be a best of 3. There's a cap of some sort. I believe it's played with era settings of a certain year. But the winner is going to get one of those Pedro Martinez cards. That's right. We are giving away one of these brand new Peak 100 Pedro Martinez cards in a special tournament that will be added tomorrow, and it will start tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what exact time the tournament's going to be added, but make sure you keep your eyes out for that. Again, the prize, you will have a 1 in 128 shot at winning a 100 peak Pedro Martinez. Yes, these cards are in packs now. Yep. These cards are certainly in packs now. Guys, we're going to shut the giveaway down in 20 seconds. Exclamation point ticket if you haven't already. Exclamation point ticket, 50,000 points is going to somebody here in a few seconds. I don't know what category it will be in. I assume it's going to be under fixed time, but I don't have that information at this time. It is not an iron tournament. I believe it's going to be a 1625 cap. I can answer that question actually here real quick. I do have the plan. One second. One second. Let me go here, Marcus. Let's see. It will be a 1625 cap, 2003 stats and settings, 128 teams. All cards are going to be available to use. So no restrictions on the cards. 1625 cap, best of 3, 2003 settings, 128 teams, 7 p.m. Eastern Time start was what I was told. Why do I hate iron so much? Because they're dumb. I don't hate iron so much. So there you go. There you go. Stop being so iron. All right, guys. We're going to shut the giveaway down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The giveaway is closed. The giveaway is closed. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. All right. Now, you guys know the drill. Someone's name's going to pop up in the chat. Either message me in the Discord with your username and your team name. Whisper us right here on Twitch. Username, team name. You guys know the drill. Somebody is about to walk away with 50,000 perfect points. Are you guys ready? McDog 512 has won 50,000 perfect points. That's worth 2 of them. McDog, make sure you get me that username either in a whisper on Twitch or in the Discord as soon as humanly possible, as I can get you those 50,000 perfect points in a hurry so that you can go rip a bazillion packs in search of Pedro Martinez because, man, oh man, everyone's going to want the first person to pull that card. I want to be their friend. I hope it's going to be me. It's not going to be me. I hope it's Ryan Sandberg. No, it's not going to be Ryan Sandberg either. Guys, as I said earlier in the stream, I do want to thank everybody for supporting tournaments, for testing out tournaments, for providing feedback for tournaments. Everybody who supports Perfect Team, everybody who supports OOTP. We don't get to do these fun. Like, you guys have no idea. Maybe you guys do, especially you guys who are here all 50 episodes of this show. You guys have no idea how much fun I have producing these shows, creating these shows, hitting the go live button on Monday nights and entertaining you guys for 30 to 45 to 60 minutes. And you guys keep coming back and you guys keep making it fun. And you know what? Like, this is the furthest thing from work to me. This is fun. I love doing it. I love that you guys show up. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying tournaments. I feel the same or more level of hype than when collections came out. The feedback has been really good, really constructive. We've been able to do some fun tweaks to make some quality of life improvements. We're going to keep making quality of life improvements, but none of that stuff matters to me personally, as the community guy, as the guy who's responsible for these 6 cards that you see on the screen, the cards that we looked at earlier. Nothing brings me more pleasure and more joy than seeing you guys get hype and get excited. I'm really, really looking forward to the Pedro tournament. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck to everybody who is lucky enough to enter in. Who enters into the Pedro tournament. Good luck being able to get into that. And this is a good test too, because this is something that now you guys know we can do this. I guarantee you we're not going to do it every week. At least that's not the current plan, but this is something that we're testing, something we hope goes well, something that if it goes well, we'll be able to do it in the future. More specific stuff, invitationals. Guys, this is really, really just scratching the surface of what tournaments is going to be all about. Thank you guys so much for coming by to the 50 damn episodes of this show. Unbelievable. Thank you guys for coming by to the 50th episode of This Week at Perfect Team. Make sure you guys follow the channel at the top of the screen right here on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Make sure you guys follow us all around the internet. Facebook.com/OOTP Baseball, Twitter.com/OOTP Baseball, and Twitter.com/OOTP Perfect Team. Make sure you follow us or subscribe on the YouTubes. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, find a recent video, hit the thumbs up button, youtube.com/OOTP Developments. Head over to the forums, forums.otpdevelopments.com. And as always, you can jump in the Discord. 4,300 members and growing every single day. Discord.gg/OOTP. Guys, I have been Chris Jardine. That's right. Reddit, get on the Reddits. I don't shout out the Reddits enough. r/OOTP. You know what? I don't spend any time on the Reddit, but whenever I do, the guys over there are top notch. They know their crap. They're spreading our message out there. Reddit, go to Reddit, r/OOTP. Look it up. They're doing good stuff over there. If you're on the Reddits, I don't know. Do you subscribe to Reddit? Do you follow Reddit? I'm old, guys. Reddit is beyond my comprehension as a almost 38-year-old man. So go to Reddit. Do whatever you do. Can you subscribe to Reddit? You probably can. You probably can subscribe to a Reddit. Go do that. Okay? Support the Reddit guys. Support all the guys. Everywhere. Okay, not getting emotional. Let's move on. I am Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace, Imgur. No excuses. I have plenty of excuses, and if you let me go on long enough, I will give you all of the excuses of reasons why. Telegraph services, yeah, absolutely. Guys, I have been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball, and it has been my pleasure to produce 50 of these episodes. the flagship episode of the OOTP Content Network. Until next time, keep swinging for the fences.